Hello everyone, welcome to Panasonic at IFA 2013. My name is Michael Price and I've got here my colleague Neil Lloyd-Meek, and we're going to be showing you around IFA, around the Panasonic standard IFA, but we're going to do things a little differently this year. What we've got is, as you can see, I'm wearing this rather fetching camera, this Panasonic head-mounted camera, and I will be your eyes and ears around the show. So you can send in questions. I believe there's a little question box just beneath us here, and you can tell us where you want to go. You can point us in any direction. You can ask us about any technology you want to, and we'll go and take a look for you. So we will be basically your virtual avatar, your INFOTAR, to take you around the show. Now this first hour is going to be mainly about TVs, but please, if you've got other questions, we can answer the questions about cameras and home AV and lots of other things, but there will be dedicated hours for those other products later on during the day. So if you send in a question and it doesn't get answered immediately, keep a lookout, because we'll be answering right throughout the day. So I think without further ado, we need to move on and start showing you the show. We're right in the middle of the 4K area here, right in the beginning of the show, and we've got the very latest 4K TVs. So I wonder if you've had any questions come in at this early stage. Oh, we've got a question from John. Hello, John. What 4Ks are we showing? Right, John wants to know what 4K TVs are we showing on the booth. Well, we're actually showing, and it was announced just yesterday, so this is brand new, and you can see a whole bank of them in front of me, the new WT600. This is Panasonic's first ever 4K TV that's a commercial model that's going to be launched. We've shown prototypes in the past, but this one will be available to buy, depending where you are in the world, in the next few days. So let's take a closer look. You can see a big bank and how beautiful it looks like that, but we'll take a look at one actually as you would have it at home. And that's on this stand here, this blue stand, this Ultra HD 4K. And we're launching our first 4K TV, but you're probably thinking, well, actually, I've seen 4K TVs already. There's a couple come out in the last few months. But what we've got is a few world's first. We've got the world's first 4K TV that will use HDMI 2, so it's going to be future-proof for all your 4K Blu-ray in the future. And it's the first that therefore is compatible with 50p and 60p, so you're getting an ultra-smooth picture as well. So that's the WT600. I'm sure you're going to be hearing lots more about it, but a little introduction for you. A question from Adam. Hello, Adam. Adam would like to know what 4K sources are there. So as we look around here, we're looking at the range of Panasonic TVs, and so let's go back into the 4K area and perhaps take a more detailed look. You can see we've got a nice little car here. Maybe we'll come back to that later on. Panasonic's the power of 4K, it's Ultra HD, and actually, Adam's hit the nail on the head. 4K is great, it looks great, but what are you going to watch on it? Because your local TV channel isn't broadcasting 4K at the moment. So let's show you a few things. We've got 4K camcorder. In fact, I'm going to get right down into it. So you can see we've got prototype 4K camcorder footage, and this, as you can see, is quite a professional looking camcorder. But what this means is that current TV shows and current movies are being filmed with these kind of devices. In fact, 4K is the standard for digital cinema. So there's lots of films, lots of TV shows that are already being made in 4K. So that means that when 4K broadcasts are available, when 4K Blu-ray is available, you'll be able to watch those shows remastered. But what you can do right now today is actually what this device is showing you. This rather nice Blu-ray, it's actually a German Blu-ray recorder, but depending where you are in the world, you'll have Blu-ray players or Blu-ray recorders from Panasonic that can upscale. And they upscale, and you might be able to see it on this little diagram here. 4K upscaling of traditional material. So you've got your existing Blu-ray disc, your existing HD broadcast, and either the Blu-ray player or the TV will upscale as best as it can to 4K. So even if you're not watching a 4K broadcast right now, you're getting the benefits of having that 4K TV. Now, I quickly mentioned the car that we walked past. I'm going to go around the front of it now, because this is another thing that you can enjoy right now here today. I won't get in the queue because people are queuing up, but as you can see from the setup we've got here, this car is actually a big simulator, and it's hooked up not to any kind of professional arcade machine. It's hooked up to a domestic PC that's running 4K graphics engine. So there are already PCs and Mac products which can output 4K. So this is brilliant for 4K gamers. And another world's first, the WT600 that I showed you earlier on, is the first 4K TV with a connection called DisplayPort 1.2a. And that is the same connection that's used by the new MacBook Pro, by top-end PCs with these high-end gaming consoles. So you can see, maybe I'll get a bit closer to the screen, and you can see the kind of clarity and detail and the kind of lifelike gaming that's possible with 4K that's just simply not possible with the current models. So in short, lots and lots of stuff you can watch on 4K right now and coming in the future. We got another question coming in from Anna. Hello, Anna. Well, Anna wants to know, and it's a very valid question, what's the picture going to look like with the normal TV channels? And that comes back to the upscaling we mentioned earlier on. The upscaling will help improve. Now, to be 100% honest, how much the upscaling improves the picture depends on how good the picture is in the first place. So if you're watching a standard definition picture, an old-fashioned 500 line picture, then it will do its best and it will look better than it would normally, but it won't look like 4K. Now with high definition, it will do a much better job because it's got more information to work with. And then of course with high definition Blu-rays, it's got more information again, and it will do an even better job again. So the answer to the question is the better the original picture looks, the more the 4K TV's got to work with, so the more it will improve. But to get those real stunning pictures, you're probably looking at Blu-ray discs and of course graphics and future 4K broadcasts. This is our main VR area with the big presentation area and all the new features for our current VR range. Because of course, you know, we've talked about 4K, but there's lots and lots of TVs that Panasonic make. If I pan across here, you can see. And we've got another question coming from Alberto. Hello, Alberto. Alberto wants to know, what is my home screen? And I can show you because we've got this whole area over here that I'm walking into now. Everything you can see in this area. Hello ladies, we're live on the internet. Everything you can see on this area here is about my home screen. And my home screen, you can see it right here in front of us, is a new way of customizing your TV. So you've got your TV picture in the middle here, but you've also got your favorite applications, your favorite gadgets, information about the weather, links to websites, things like your favorite sports information. This is one that's customized for Eurosport. So the idea is that you're making TV much more personal. You can have a home screen that reflects your interests. So in this case, this is a German home screen for movie fans, for people who want to download the latest movies. Here's a similar thing, but for French TV. Here's one that everyone can use, YouTube. So these are actually the latest development in my home screen. So we've had my home screen since the beginning of the year, but what we've done now is done these new home screen collections. I think you can just about see that there. home screen collections are these new, and they'll be available to download in the next couple of months, and not just for the new 4K TV, but for all the 2013 Panasonic TVs. And they let you get customized content like the ones we've just been looking at, YouTube and so forth. So hopefully that gives a little insight into what we're doing with my home screen. A question from Mark we've just got coming in. He saw a racing car. Well, we did see the racing car just briefly, so let me go back over there and show you. This was about the 4K gaming. So I think I talked a lot about the 4K gaming, but didn't show you the car in its full glory. So there you can see guys queuing up to go in. So actually the car is just a shell. It's a car, but it's been stripped out, and what they've done is they've moved the controls so that the controls are basically your gamepad control for computer games. So of course we're here in Berlin, so they've got the shell of a Mercedes track car. But the point is that they are demonstrating 4K gaming. In fact, this is a rather extravagant setup, but if I pop around the corner here, you'll see some more familiar 4K gaming just round the side here. This is Final Fantasy in 4K. So many people will be familiar with Final Fantasy. It's a very popular franchise. This is Final Fantasy 14, but the 4K edition. So it's obviously hard to show on the internet, but I'm stood in front of it now, about probably 2 feet away, 1 meter, and the detail is stunning on a 60-inch screen. It's almost overwhelming, the amount of detail that you can see in the picture. So yeah, the car is all about highlighting 4K gaming, and here's another example of 4K gaming. It's something that you can use your 4K TV and get the most out of it right now. Another question coming in from Peter. Hello, Peter. He's got a specialist question, and let me go back over to our WT TV. Peter's question was about THX. Now, THX are, he's asking, what is the THX certification? So we've been here before, this is the 4K TV. If I zoom in here, you can see we've got this little fella, this badge here with THX logo. And what this is a company formed by George Lucas, the director of Star Wars, obviously. And the idea is to certify both cinema and home audio-visual products to say that they meet the THX standard. And what we're saying here with this new 4K TV is that we are the first in Europe. I believe there is one in America from another brand, but we're the first in Europe to have this THX certification to meet all George Lucas's standards for a 4K TV. And that's really important because it means that we're an independent company whose business is saying how good audio quality should be, audio and visual quality, I should point out, especially visual in the case of this TV. I've said this meets their standards. In fact, the story behind why THX started up is quite interesting, because what happened was George Lucas, when Star Wars was released, he went to a local cinema and he'd created this really extravagant, gorgeous looking, gorgeous sounding film, and it was playing in his local flea pit, and it just sounded awful, looked awful, and the projection was off. So he said, right, I'm going to have these THX standards, and if you don't meet these standards, then you can't have Empire Strikes Back. And from that grew this whole industry of certifying TVs. And we've been working very closely with THX for a number of years. We've had THX on our plasma TVs, people will be well aware of. And now we've got the first 4K TV in Europe which meets the THX standard. As I'm just wandering along here, we've been concentrating on the TV area. I just want to perhaps give you a wider look just to see how big it is. You can see the cameras, and behind that in the far distance we've got the home appliances. There'll be shows about all these gadgets later on today. You can see the big LED screen at the top there with the new Panasonic corporate logo, better life, a better world, and that's really what we're trying to emphasize today with all the stuff we're showing you at IFA. So we've got another question, this time from Adrian. Hi Adrian. Okay, so he's asking about what gaming consoles. Well, we're actually in a sort of trend, what gaming consoles will work with 4K TV. So we're in a transition period with gaming consoles, with Microsoft and Sony all about to launch new consoles. So we'll have definitively information on those hopefully very soon, and perhaps there'll be some announcements at this show. But what we can say about Panasonic's 4K TV is because we are launching the very first TV to have the new HDMI standard, then we should be ready for the next generation of Blu-ray, the next generation of gaming consoles. Now the gaming that I showed you earlier, that was PC gaming, and that's ready to go now, because as well as the HDMI 2.0 input on the 4K TV, we also have the DisplayPort 1.2a. Now Mac users might know this as a Thunderbolt connection. It's a very high quality graphical connection. So that's ready for your high-end gaming PCs and your Mac right now. So if you're a PC gamer, it's all good to go. Another question we've got coming in from Steve. Hello to Steve. And he would like to know about the internet on our TVs, and specifically surfing the internet, because everyone's got these internet-enabled TVs nowadays, but the problem is that the remote control for a TV, and I'm just come back to this little stand here, is not really designed for searching the internet. You know, you've got the up, down, left, right buttons. So what we've got on some of our TVs is this little remote control here. So Neil's kindly provided me the normal remote control that you'd get. So you go up, down, left and right. In fact, let's go on to the internet right now on this one. Let's see. Web browser. There we go. So we bring up the web browser, and you can move the pointer around. I don't know if you can see that. Let me go a bit closer. I can move the pointer around, going left, right, up and down, but it's very clumsy, very slow, and not very precise. And so with some of our TVs, we have this touchpad remote control. And the touchpad remote control, much subtler, much easier. In fact, I'm holding it at this funny angle to show you on the screen, but when you're holding it normally, it's just like, you know, on your laptop, you'll have probably a little touchpad like this. And then if you want to click on something, so if I want to click on the product area of the Panasonic website, we've got this neat little clicker on the bottom here. And that doubles up as your clicker, if you like. So we'll go into the North American section, so if there's anyone watching in America or Canada, these are your products that we're looking at now. So really easy. In fact, I can show you another thing that really makes it easy. We can search by using voice commands. So you can see this button here is a microphone. If I press this button, search internet Panasonic. So now it's searching for Panasonic by internet, and I look on the page there, and it's giving me Google results for Panasonic. Panasonic North America, Panasonic Deutschland, because obviously we're in Germany. So we're trying to make searching the internet as simple as possible. Now this is actually the WT, the top-end Panasonic LED TV, and that has the little touchpad remote control in the box, but not every TV we make has that touchpad remote control in the box. So what we can do, and perhaps I can show you over here, is for almost all of our TVs, certainly any of them that are internet connected, you can download a free app to your smartphone, to your tablet. So we've got here looks like an Apple iPad. And if I go down a bit, you can probably see it. This is our what we call VIA Remote 2, and you see the first option on here is pad control, and it will turn this iPad into that little touchpad we saw earlier on. And this is free to download. It's called VIA Remote 2, free to download, so you can turn any of our TVs that's smart, internet enabled, into one of those touchpad remote TVs. Of course, not all functions are on every single TV, but you know, the basic way of scrolling through the internet is the same on all of them. We've got another question from Ben. Hello, Ben. Okay, so the question from Ben is about TV technology. It's about what is the difference between LED, and as I walk past these screens here, these are all LED screens, and actually the majority of TVs on sale these days are LED TVs. The way you can tell is if they're ultra slim and have got a very slim bezel like these have, they're probably going to be LED TVs. So we have those. We also have plasma TVs, and then there's this third category called OLED, and we're going to show you some OLED over here. We've got actually a 4K OLED TV. Now, the first thing to say about this, you can see people crowding around it, and that's because it's brand new. It's actually a prototype. It's a taste of what's coming in the future. Let me come to the end here so you can all see. And as they twist around, you can see how super slim these are. And what OLED is, it's a completely different technology to the regular LED TVs. Regular LED TVs work by shining an LED light through a liquid crystal display. So if you imagine the shutters or blinds on your window, the blinds open and let the light through. The light in this case is the LED bulb, and the shutters are little liquid crystals. That's how those TVs we just saw over there work. This is a brand new technology. This is organic LED. And each dot, each pixel on the screen is made up of a little organic phosphor. Now, we're getting quite technical here, but think of, you might have seen green algae glowing at night on a pond. That's organic material that glows because the sun's energy has hit it and it lights up. And in a much more high-tech way, that's what's happening on these beautiful screens you can see in front of you. So organic LED, what it offers is the best of everything. It offers the picture quality we could get from plasma, because plasma has better colour, better black level, but with the slimness and the energy efficiency that we could get with LED. And so you're probably thinking, well what's the hold-up? Well, the hold-up has been getting them so that they're economical to make, and this is where Panasonic are leading the way, because we've developed a new technology called RGB printing, which hopefully should make organic LED screens commercially viable. I know there are a few organic LED screens out there, and you're paying in some cases tens of thousands of pounds or euros or dollars. We're talking about organic LED, which eventually will become a mainstream TV set for many people to use. But just looking at these prototypes here, you can see the potential for it is immense. Okay, we'll move away from the crowds for a second. I'll give you go back to the main body of the hall. We only opened at 10 o'clock, so exactly when this broadcast started, and already we're full up, so you can imagine how busy it is. So you've probably got the best seat in the house for IFA. You're all sat in your comfortable chairs watching the internet. We've got a question from Miguel. Hola, Miguel. Now Miguel wants to know about our 4K tablets. So we're going back into our 4K area, back in the corner. We're going to go past Patrice, who some of you might remember from MTV Europe. He's doing a little broadcast of his own. You can see Patrice's glamorous assistant. Here's my glamorous assistant. So we'll move swiftly on to the 4K area. Yeah, so Miguel wanted to know about the 4K tablets. The 4K tablets we showed right at the beginning of the year as a prototype, and now we're showing it as an actual product to buy. Now the 4K tablet is actually a 20-inch tablet, so it's not the kind of tablet that you'd carry with you on the bus necessarily, but what it will be used for is for professionals who need extremely detailed, extremely high-tech, great graphical quality from their tablet. So what we're talking about here is professional photographers, professional architects. So here is the 4K tablet spinning around. You can see it's just like a regular tablet, beautifully slim, but much larger. And the picture quality, which perhaps you can get an impression of, but believe you me, you'll want to see it in the flesh when it's when it comes out in the next few months, is beautiful. So that's a little taste of the 4K tablet, and I think we're coming to the end now of our presentation. So okay, so well, actually we've got a bit more time, I'm being told. So we've got one more question. Is the screen suitable for use outdoors? I think we'd have to check that. Do we know? Yeah, I think we need to check with some of the technical guys here and come back to you on that one. Actually, if you have got technical questions, we've got a hashtag that we're using on Twitter, which is hashtag, is it IFA expert?
Hashtag Panasonic IFA expert.
So yeah, those perhaps more technical questions that we'd have to look up, we can get the definitive answer for you. So we'll find out that one for you and come back to it. We've got another question coming from Jonathan. Jonathan is asking, do Panasonic just have 4K TVs? We have, Jonathan, I accept your point. We've spent a lot of time talking about 4K TVs. We're very excited about it, and so are a lot of other people. But let me come out of the 4K area here, and I don't know if you can see this panorama, but here we go. Here's a little choice of what we've got. This is every TV that you're seeing here is available to buy right now. Plasma, LED, everything from entry level to top of the range. So we've got a full range of televisions, we've got a full range of Blu-ray and DVD recorders, audio products we've not even talked about. We've got cameras, camcorders, Lumix G, the interchangeable lens system. We've got everything from washing machines, fridge freezers. We've got little tasters of what our corporate company does that you perhaps won't associate with Panasonic. Things like solar panels, things like light bulbs. We mentioned LED light bulbs. We're one of the world leaders in light bulbs. We've just developed a brand new light bulb. In fact, as we go past the Lumix G area, you can see that little curtain on the Lumix G stage there. Or if you tune into one of our broadcasts later on, maybe you'll find out what's behind that curtain. Yeah, here's this is what I wanted to just go mention. This is just a taste of what Panasonic do differently. These light bulbs are regular light bulbs, LED light bulbs that look like regular light bulbs. So one of the things with LED lights, people don't like the quality of the light. They like their old incandescent bulbs because they produce a very warm, very familiar feel. And these ones are doing the same, but at a much lower energy rating. So in all aspects of life, Panasonic are producing different products and leading the way. So yeah, as we come to the back here, here's all the white good area. We've got a whole kitchen back there. We've got a design concepts around the corner. Here's our personal care area, shavers, epilators, toothbrushes, facial steamers. So yes, Jonathan, I think it was, who asked the question. We have talked a lot about 4K TV, but please stay tuned to Live at IFA and you'll hear about all of these products throughout the next few days. We've got another question coming in from Martin this time. We just missed that question there. Did you get that question there?
So the camera Michael is wearing is our A100 camcorder. It's obviously strapped to the side of Michael's head. It's very durable, and we'll just take you into the section now to give you a close-up look of the A100.
Yeah, so this is what I'm wearing on my head, right here. This is the thing. It's a little wearable camera. It's very light, actually. I've been wearing it for almost 45 minutes now, and it's very light. It doesn't feel like there's anything there. And the idea that it's more everyday, you've seen probably a lot of these things that are designed towards rough and tumble use, towards all action, whereas this opens up for things like I've been doing today, just walking around, giving you a little tour. We've got cookery demonstrations going on. You can imagine a chef wearing it and giving a little demonstration, which is what's happening in the photograph there. And of course you can attach it to a headset and get out there on your mountain bike as well. So yeah, that's the A100, the head-mounted camera that you've all been enjoying pictures from today. It's an actual Panasonic product that you can buy right now. And I've just been told something I didn't know, which is very exciting. If you submit a question, so you will go into a draw to actually win one of these headsets. So you can do this yourself. You can have your own little live at, well, wherever it is, live in my front room broadcast over the internet. So get those questions rolling in and give yourself a chance of winning one of these high-definition, portable, wearable cameras. Another question coming in from Simon. Hello, Simon. The Viera, what's the Viera remote for? Was that the question? Ah, right, the app. Of course, so we did show you a tiny bit of the app later on, but we'll show you in a bit more detail, because all I showed you on the app, actually we can just sit down here and show you. I can take the weight off my feet. We've got an iPad. So this is the Viera remote app. And what we showed you last time on the Viera Remote app, so the Viera Remote app is free. You can download it for Android devices and Apple. So your iPad, your iPhone, your Android phone, your Android tablet, and it does everything that you can see down this side. So we showed you the pad control, which is just swiping around on the internet, which is interesting. It also works as a remote control. You can see the standard up-down buttons, the standard buttons that you get on any remote control, which is great, but it's actually, you know, there's lots more you can do with this. So if I go back to the menu here, you can turn it into a keyboard, and so the keyboard will pop up and I can enter in. So again, for browsing the internet, really, really simple. I can turn it into a gamepad. So I don't know if many people are familiar with our Viera Marketplace on our home screen, but you can download games, and to play the games, I can now use this to play the games. And so using it as a gamepad rather than just trying to use the traditional remote control. And then we can get some really fancy stuff, swipe and share. So I can take a photo from the tablet here. Actually, this one doesn't have any photos on it. We can take photos, swipe them up to the screen, and we can bring information from the screen back down on there. We can watch videos, we can browse the web. You can do even things like this, smart calibration, which is turns your tablet into a professional standard calibration tool. So if you don't know about calibration, it's what audio-visual experts do to make your picture look absolutely perfect for the environment you've got in. You can see thousands of settings on there that a professional would be looking at. And the great thing about this app is this app's free, so you might use just the remote control part, or you might get right involved in swipe and share and all that kind of stuff. But it's free to download. It's called the Air Remote 2.0. So I hope that answers the question. Let's take a look around this little area here, because I think we can show you things like a second screen downloading. We can show you a few other things. So actually this one here is set up for swipe and share. So if we pull it up, so if we pull up, we get Neil to do it, because he's very full. So he's going to swipe and share. I'm going to pick some photo. Not on that one. Let's have a look on this one. Here we go. Great. So I pick a photo. You can see all the photos here. And I just touch it and then swipe it up to the screen, and you'll see that exact photo on the big screen there. And I can bring pictures down from the screen to the tablet, and I can also do TV. So I don't know if it's on this one. Yes, it is. Look. So I've pressed the TV button on here, go to the tuner, and the iPad now will give me all the TV channels. This is German satellite TV that are on the TV. So you can see it's playing one channel. It's playing, I think that's Sat.1 HD, and it will give me a list of all the other channels that I can access. And then I can pull down that channel. So if we want to watch RTL, I'll click on RTL. And what will happen, I'll get you a nice view of this, is on the pad I'll be watching one TV channel, and on the TV screen we'll be watching another. It takes about 6 or 7 seconds to buffer, or in this case, oh, here it comes. And then, yeah, you can watch 2 channels at once. I think because we've got so many internet signals in here at one time. Okay, yeah, it seems to be not working on this setup, but you get the idea there of watching 2 channels at once.
So, Michael, we've talked loads about our TVs for 2013, but is there any other unique features that are available for 2013? I kind of heard an inkling that we might have a twin tuner built in.
Well, that's what I was trying to demonstrate over on that one, and actually, more fool me, because look, we've got a whole little setup here for twin tuner. So, okay, so we can actually see that here. So if I just zoom in on the pad here, you can see the pad is showing our news channel. We've got elections here in Germany. Whereas, can we show a different channel on here to show the twin tuner? So this is actually showing the same channel. So you could be watching one channel on the pad, and if you just wanted to take that channel with you around the house, you can do that. But perhaps more interestingly, we can show you the twin tuner. And as I said, there's a little buffer time. So we've got the news channel here, and then on this one we've got a sort of lifestyle channel. So two channels from the same TV, one to the pad, one to the television. So I think that's almost the end of our show here today. It seems to have flown by. We've got another one starting at the top of the hour. It's 11 o'clock. We'll come over to this little mirror here. So we're from me and Neil, thank you very much for watching. Watch again at 11 o'clock, and you can learn all about optical products and cameras. Thank you very much.
Is that why I couldn't
Surprisingly, you had 41 current viewers.
41. All of them Panasonic employees.